Good culture is someone stands up and says to the boss, look, you're wrong. And then the boss says, no, I'm right.
If you don't let that conversation to have, you don't have that feedback loop in organizing, you're already defeating leading at the first place.
As leaders, it's great when we have our vision, we've got our goals and we're driven and we know we're right because we've done enough research. But at the same time, there's also that check and balance, if you may add, or may say, where are you always correct?
One of the things I used to say to the team was, to me, loyalty is to tell me when I'm wrong.
What betul Afiq cakap?
Disloyalty is basically to say, yes sir, even though you know I'm wrong. And that actually is very important culture in any organization. Good culture is someone stands up and says to the boss, look, you're wrong. And then the boss says, no, I'm right. And then you argue.
All right,
you argue and come up with a decision, then you run with that decision. Any organization that has that culture where you shoot your staff, or you shoot the messenger, or you hate talking about difficult things, is a very dangerous organization, because people will hide things under the table, right? They
so
won't
just say
speak
it as it is. If we have something.
As a leader, you must have the right reference narratives.
Okay.
Reference narrative is the things that people remember about you. And one of the reference narratives about me is I wouldn't tolerate that kind of behavior where you suppress people's voices in any organization. It's very, very dangerous.
You cannot just simply yourself alone to bring the entire organization to wherever destination that you want, because the journey itself is the destination, and the journey is to understand and listen to people, because sometimes they might probably have a better idea that you didn't see. If you don't let that conversation to have, you don't have that feedback loop in organizing, you're already defeating leading at the first place, because the way to progress in organization is always to have an effective feedback loop. For any economy to grow, for any organization to grow, you really need the younger generation, and they must understand where they're heading, because young people are full with compulsion, drive, motivation, determination, but that drive, that spirit must be instilled with a purpose, a vision, and usually leader, because we talk about wisdom, all right, and knowledge. Knowledge is books, information, all this paper. ChatGPT can give you knowledge as well, but people give you wisdom. The younger generation, is important to have them, to understand them, to be part of the decision as well, so that they understand wisdom, how to drive or to change an organization to a greater height.